Hello, Couch Co-opers, Couch Potatoes, and Couch Codependents. This is the Couch Co-op Show, the greatest and only video game and beer podcast in the world. I'm Ian, and I have Jared, Nick, Dave, Aaron, and JPK.
Hey, everybody.
Howdy, boys.
Here with me. And if social media is your thing, you can find us on most platforms at Couch Co-op Shows, all one word, no hyphen, or use the hashtag all one word, no hyphen. So I'm changing that a little bit. It's a little confusing. So you guys are not going to know when it's going to happen. So that's new. That's a new word. I wrote that in. You can find our podcast on major platforms. If you want to watch us in video form, Spotify has you covered. Or head over to youtube.com/milkmanpictures, where we also post the show. Lastly, we stream our show live every Sunday night at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, like we are right now on twitch.tv/The Couch Co-op Show. If you ever want to drop in and chat and be a part of the show, we welcome you to do so right now. Now, let's get to the show. How is everybody doing tonight?
Great. Good. Ready for a beer.
Yeah, it's a six-pack, as Nick and Dave often like to point out. Is there anything we need to point out? Any news? Go to the order. Next week, our show is going to focus around Jared here. We'll get more to that at the end of the show, but it will be Jared's birthday show because his birthday is the 22nd, and so we'll record on the 18th. Poor Jared, I know he's a Christmas baby, so he doesn't get a lot of love around this time of season. So we're gonna do a special show just for him.
Oh boy!
Yay!
But I think that's it for now. I don't think there's anything crazy. Let's get to the Couch Co-op part of the show. It's my beer pick. We're drinking a fatty, a Bud Light Platinum from AB-Inbev. This is a little beer, and we're gonna pop it. We're not gonna talk about it right now because we want to get into the show. We're not gonna talk about it, but we're gonna pop it open right now. 3, 2, 1, go.
Little click.
And I'm gonna pour it into a full ass fucking glass here. Like I'm, no one else is pouring. Oh, maybe Jared is.
I'm pouring in a glass. Yeah, you know, Dave, Ian, and I all love our platinum trophies. So
yeah, so
let's see how this beer goes.
This beer is almost platinum color. But
Nick sometimes has a beer chaser for the beer of the week, depending.
Maybe. But we're going to save all our thoughts on this beer until we finish it. So we're going to get to the more exciting news. There's a lot of exciting news in the group tonight. First of all, Aaron, welcome to the new generation. PS5 owner. Woo.
Mm-hmm.
How does it feel? How does it play?
It plays amazing. Oh my god. Like, so far I played God of War Ragnarok on it, and I am loving it. Although I'm a little confused on which one I should play it as. Like, because it asked me for if I can play on performance or play off of
too many choices. Too many choices for a dad.
60 frames per second.
60 frames. Do performance.
Just go with performance.
Go performance. You want the 60 frames.
Yeah. Unless you're just slowly wandering around and want to really check out an environment. Yeah, just go for performance.
Yeah.
Will the TV handle it?
Can you handle it?
Oh yeah, the TV is below 4K, so it's good. It's like UHD or whatever you call it. It handles it like a dream. The only thing that.
So where'd you get it from? What was your? How did you? I mean, people have had such a hard time coming across PS5s. How did you finally get one?
Well, so the first time I heard about it is they got new shipments in at Fred Meyer and Tigard, but then my wife did some digging after I told her that all the stores got new shipments and stuff like that. We found a bundle at Walmart, out of all places.
Yeah, I checked online earlier tonight, and Best Buy and Walmart both had the Ragnarok edition, but only the disc version, not the digital version. Like,
I got the disc version actually. So
yeah,
that was nice.
So
and also had the.
I walked into Fred Meyer today, and they had signs up saying they had PlayStation 5s available. So, like, a lot of these stores are finally getting big shipments.
You saw one in the wild?
I didn't see one in the wild. I saw a sign saying they did, but they could have not removed those signs.
Well,
Well, they,
well, I was gonna say not just to like I don't want to like shadow Aaron's great news of joining the crew with the PS5, but Nick also somehow came across a couple invitations to buy one, and it sounds like he might have one en route. He might be becoming a part of the crew too.
On Tuesday.
He might have 2 systems coming his way. How does it feel? Is it unreal? Like after 2 years of trying to get one, how does it feel?
He's getting twins after 2 years of trying and no success.
I almost feel I got too excited, and it's just like now they're available everywhere. And
that's how I felt. But you know what?
I mean, it's just been so long that it's just. I mean, if you're trying to buy them online, then all the bots are beating you, and then.
Right.
Yeah, I was surprised when I mean,
you
online.
have to almost time it perfectly if you're going to go to like a Walmart, Target, or Best Buy or whatever. Just to, you like have to know when their shipment is, and not to mention when they unload the truck and when they finally put it out on.
You know what's crazy about all of this though is like, with all the constraints, the system is still outsold. I think on pace, it's outsold the PS4 somehow.
Yeah.
Like,
Damn.
with all of the bullshit that's been going on with the supply constraints, they somehow have managed to sell enough to outpace how the PS4 was selling in its first 2 years, which seems ridiculous. Well, to me, it doesn't, because I got one on the first day. I don't know where you guys are doing. I don't know what you guys are fucking. I mean, me and Jared, no problem. I don't know.
Yeah, I remember you guys. You guys got your PlayStation invites.
Yeah.
Mine wasn't just that. It was also money, because it was like as soon as I had money, they didn't have it. But then the reverse happened. Like I'm out of some unexpected bill came up, and then
you have enough money, but you don't want to suck a dick. I mean, it's complicated, right, out there in the world.
I mean, don't feel like having any salty taste for a while for it. So anyway,
I have a question, Aaron. Are you getting totally rid of your PS4, or are you playing all your PS4 games on the PS5? Are you getting rid of your PS4, or what's going on with that?
Well, I'm gonna probably keep the games that are able to play on the PS5, because I know not all PS5 games you can play on PS4 games you can play on there. I'll probably keep the latest ones like Doom Eternal, Cyberpunk, and Guardians of the Galaxy and stuff like that, but like the older ones I'll probably get rid of, and it won't exactly go away. My nephews and stuff will probably be getting it as a Christmas present.
Oh, my a little hand down action, huh? That's always good.
But I can also play a lot of the digital stuff, like you said, on there, so it's kind of nice. I just downloaded a few PS4 games on my PS5, which was awesome, but I haven't had a chance to play them yet.
You got the instant collection, because they don't really advertise it, but when you first get it, if you've got PS Plus, you get
you get a shit ton. You get a shit ton of games.
All the great games. It's all the like games that came out just at the very end of the PlayStation 4's lifetime, like
Fallout 4.
I think you get Control, don't you?
That can continue really playing beautiful. Monster Hunter World. Aaron.
Monster Hunter, yeah.
That's free. Digital.
I think you get the first God of War, don't you, as well?
Yes. Yeah, there's a lot. Even Final Fantasy 15's on.
But if you have a PS Plus account, you get. I mean, there's a lot of games. There's a lot of. They've already given a lot of PS Plus. I mean, PS5 games away on PS Plus. Like even this month, you got I mean, I don't know if Biomutant's PS5 version really should be considered a PS5 version, but it is PS5. It is a PS5 game. I mean, there's a lot of games that they give you.
To check, Aaron, is when you put PlayStation 4 game in, for example, Cyberpunk. If you go across,
you get the free update.
You can do check for PlayStation 5 version. So Borderlands 3, for example, has a free PlayStation 5 upgrade.
So does Cyberpunk. So if you have Cyberpunk, the PS4 version, when you load it, if you load the disc in, make sure you select the PS5 version, so you get the better looking version. Yeah, if you haven't, then delete it and redo it. It
loads a lot quicker and it runs a lot smoother. Borderlands does, definitely.
Well, I'll have to do that when I get done with this. At least get it downloading, because that is one thing I enjoyed about it. So I got the digital copy of God of War Ragnarok, 90 gig game. Holy fuck, that game is huge on the PS5. Even though I had not the best reception for internet, It only took 2 hours to download a 90 gig game. I'm like,
Right.
whoa.
I mean,
I know that if I had better
half an hour
internet,
at my place.
So the other thing
But
is, I'm looking for an internal hard drive for mine, because it's just you get 600 gig of free space, and the games are all 100 gig each.
Yeah,
So
terabyte's still about $100.
So Aaron, how much time are you actually getting to play though? Like I know you're like crazy father, you work a lot. Like, have you actually got a lot of? Have you got enough me time with it lately, or no?
I have actually. I have. I've at least gotten like an hour or so a day in. I mean, there's like a couple days I didn't, but I at least get an hour a day in at nighttime after she goes down for nighttime because she stays down pretty hard, and also we're luckily on the opposite side of the house, so it doesn't wake her up. And
Good.
but no, I get a good hour a day in usually.
So I'm thinking now that here's the questionable thing now. It's like, I mean, I know I and Jared and Dave are all playing God of War. I know Dave's finished it. Jared and I are getting close.
Finished the story. I haven't done pretty much any.
I feel like now that Aaron's playing it and then Nick's going to be playing it, hopefully soon, that we should probably. I mean, Nick's going to really have to put some hours in. He's going to have to like say no or yes. Like he's going to have to get through the first God of War, and then Nick's going to have to put the time in. But
oh wait, well I have time now. So.
yeah, Mr. COVID over here barely looks like he's sick. No, but like, I think maybe we need to delay our mega review with some more people probably till like January sometime, which is fine with me. But I just like it'd be cool to have more voices talk about it than just the three of us, and it'd be cool to have at least 5 of us.
It's a 20 25 hour story, just if you do nothing else and you have it in easy mode. So if you're playing it on a harder mode, you're easily going to be 25 hours, 30.
I'm sorry, John, you're not going to be able to be a part of that, but that's the choice you made. You made a choice. You bought a Series S.
It may happen.
It may happen. I mean, maybe it may happen. It could possibly happen.
It's okay to have both.
We've already set up that. We've already set up the
orders of Nick's.
Yeah,
if he wants to scalp them,
we've already set up the opportunity that he could sell it to John. So that's a possibility. We don't know, but I just think like it'd be cool to like do the full review of this game with more of us. So I'm willing to like. I just hope that Aaron can like at least play. I'm only at least like 10 hours of the game. Get 10, 15 hours in.
Oh man, no. So far I'm only a few hours in. I've got to the first realm, the other realm, the one right after you fight Thor the first time, and
right. You're looking for Tyr. You're looking for Tyr right now. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're really early, but yes.
Yeah, which is crazy because it doesn't feel like I am because I've been playing for like. I got about 2-3 hours. It feels like a gameplay, but it feels like I've only played for 20 minutes. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Time flies by real quick in that game. It's really good.
But it's exciting, right? You have a PS5?
Oh God, yeah. No, it's amazing. I love this thing. The only thing that's like I'm surprised about it is I have to keep it well ventilated while playing because I accidentally made the mistake of closing because. And our entertainment center has the doors that shut and they're not like glass or anything, and they're wood. So I opened it up again after a good hour or so of playing God of War. And all of a sudden I reach in, it's like a hot box, like
new heater.
Well, I have and it's weird.
Interesting.
Giant back for all the like cords that go out of it. You think it would like shot out that way, but no. But luckily I use a horizontal stand, so
that's your solution to your studio problem, Jared. Just put your PlayStation 5
Yeah, put your
out
PlayStation 5 out there.
Yeah, I know. I just need to have my PlayStation 5 running God of War in the background.
Just turn all your consoles on.
Out in the garage, yeah. No kidding.
Well, I think it would still be all right. I don't think it would be hurt too much. I mean...
Oh, no. Well, that was the one time, but now I'm realizing I should just leave the door open. And also, like I said, I have a horizontal stand that came with the bundle, so I'm like, okay, I'm good now.
The horizontal stand comes with the PlayStation 5.
Yeah, that's just a part of the system. You can you have to use that mount to lay it on its side as well.
Right. Well, they made it sound like
horizontal. Yeah,
buy it or something. I'm like, why would I need to go
in the
buy it?
vertical.
I guess it's standard.
Yeah. It can be the vertical stand as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, mine sits out in front of my Samsung television that sucks because that Samsung television I have is like a fucking it's like its own sun. It's like a radiant orb of like heat that just generates.
Didn't you upgrade?
No, I was going to.
Oh,
and Dave and I were going to, and then it sold out of the one I wanted, and then
dang.
Dude, you don't understand. Like it was like it was $900 off. I don't know why I didn't just do it. Because it was the 2.1 HDMI. I would have had 120 frames of glorious 4K God of War. And I just, like, I don't know why Dave should have just pushed me to, like, let's go get it. And I was just like, I don't need it.
I did.
He didn't push. He said, we can go to Best Buy. It's like, man, it's all right. And he's like, just like... But like
no,
eventually I was just like, oh my god, I really should have fucking just bought that. I mean, you're talking about a $2,000 television that was $900 off.
$1,100, yeah, that's
$900 off.
That's awesome.
Yeah, $1,100 TV for nearly originally $2,000. Whew, that's a good deal, man.
So. I'm still kicking myself. I feel really stupid that I didn't do it, and
video only
whatever. So I'm just playing it on this beat up ass HD television. But the game looks great. But no, it's not about me. It's about the PlayStation 5. I'm welcome to the new generation, Aaron.
Yes,
almost Nick.
And almost Nick.
Let's ignore me until it actually happens, because I just have a feeling. I have a feeling these are both ghosts.
You'll believe it when they're on your doorstep.
No, I think the one's coming to you. The other one might not. You might not get the other one, but the other one, this one's is probably coming. Anyway, let's wrap up this shit. Let's talk about this fucking beer. Bud Light Platinum, 6%, 137 calories. More alcohol than Budweiser, just 8 calories less. But I don't know how many calories Bud Light has.
I don't even know.
Hey. All right, who wants to talk shit first? Jared, go ahead. I think all you guys are going to talk shit.
If you guys looked at my screen while I took my first drink, it was not a pleasant face. And even my most recent drink was also not a very pleasant face.
All right.
Something
everyone hates this
going
beer.
on in there. It's got something going on there that I'm not really enjoying.
It's like a weird chemically smell and
Yeah.
then like chemical taste to the beer. Although this is number 3 and
it just smells like alcohol.
Taste.
Anyway, Jared, go ahead. So you drink it, you don't like it. What about it? So the smell you don't like, but what about the taste?
Well, I haven't even noticed the smell, but the taste, I don't know. There's something extra in there or overdone or something. I don't know. It has this weird, like, I'd almost rather have a Steel Reserve in my hand.
What? Whoa!
Man.
Yeah.
Have you never had a Bud Light? Holy
I've had
shit.
a Bud Light, and it does not taste like this.
And the Bud Light tastes
That's a hot
worse
take.
than this. All right, hot take. Go for it. Keep going.
Yeah, but I can't think of anything pleasant. Even the aftertaste is sticking to my tongue. I'm not really enjoying
What
that.
aftertaste?
Yes. There's an aftertaste.
There's not an aftertaste.
Of whatever that feeling Dave and I are catching.
Whatever
it sticks to your tongue.
All right.
I can't point it out, like whatever that flavor is. It's not a Budweiser product.
The Couch Co-op is being saucy tonight.
I love it.
Is there even any hops?
They put a single hop in.
Hey, Dave, Jared.
I have a 6-pack.
You bought a 6-pack. Awesome.
That's
I love it.
I've got a 12-pack.
Hey, so I'll buy your leftover 6-pack for $2. I'll buy Nick's if he doesn't like it for $4.
That's like $8 plus
Dave,
tax.
what did you get? Dave, what did you get?
You got going on?
I got the 12-pack. And
yours is only $4. I'll give you guys. So that's $4 for Dave, $4 for Nick, $2 for Jared. Aaron was smart. He bought a fucking can. So, Nick, what do you think of the beer?
The smell is atrocious. It smells like ass. I do not like the smell.
It smells like beer. What the fuck is wrong with you guys?
Awesome. This is awesome.
No, but that said, I did finish it, and it actually didn't taste that bad.
Yeah, right? I don't understand what they're talking about.
I mean, it was fine. I didn't really detect much of an aftertaste. I mean, there really isn't a whole lot of flavor going on.
Exactly. There's not a lot of flavor, not a lot of aftertaste. 6% alcohol, so this is going to get you fucked.
Hold on. The positives are there's not a lot of flavor. That's one of the pros.
Wait, have you drank Bud Light? Wait. We need to frame this a little bit. We need to frame this a little bit. We need to frame this a little bit. If you're drinking Bud Light... If you're drinking Bud Light, you're drinking water. Now we're drinking Bud Light Platinum. So Bud Light is like a 4% beer.
Man,
and then Bud Light Platinum is double is like
Bud
6%. This is a college beer. This is like a let's buy a beer that tastes like nothing and get totally fucked. That's what this beer is about. This is where Jared is wrong. Steel Reserve tastes like fucking ass, like Satan fucked an ass, and then it diarrheaed, and then you drank that. This is like a virgin ass of nothingness, and then you drank it.
Actually, it actually tastes more like a college night off.
Yeah, right? Exactly. A college night off, but you're getting 6% alcohol. This is 1% higher than just standard Budweiser. Anyway, Nick, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'd much rather have Budweiser, but I mean,
exactly. I would too.
I mean, I have a 12-pack, and I may struggle to get through it. But
Nick, you can bring it to me, and I'll drink it. I love it. I'll drink it.
Yeah. About selling.
$4, just $4.
That might be a
$4 is all it's worth. Now that you've opened it, like you've desecrated it. I don't.
Yeah, it lost 10% of its value.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Dave, go ahead. How awful do you hate this beer?
Taste-wise, there's not much going on, but that's about what I expect. That weird smell. I think the problem with this beer is, honestly, it's like they brewed something to 6%, and then to get the calories down, they've done something to it, and it just tastes wrong and smells wrong.
Tastes right. It doesn't smell wrong. It smells like a lot of beers. What do you?
This beer does not need to exist.
No, it totally needs to exist.
Let me finish my statement.
How do college boys get laid?
Let me finish my statement.
How do college girls get laid without Bud Light Platinum?
I was going to say that basically most lagers that are above 5.2 just don't taste great. This
tastes wonderful.
I think 5% is the perfect thing for a lager. Maybe 5.2, like Stella, original Budweiser, various other beers. There's something about the 6%. It's just it becomes really hard to balance that alcohol with the lager flavor, because lager flavor it's not a very strong flavor. It is a delicate balancing act. So
start calling it Imperial Lager.
All right. Aaron, where are you on the 20%, on the 12-ounce, 6%? Come on, brother. You're a gangster. You love it. We're out there on the market. We're on the curb. You and I are like busting fists. We're about to slay some pussy. We're on the
campus curb.
We're about to slay some pussy.
As the guy who has still a good chunk of the way go through this 25-ounce behemoth that I bought, I will admit, at first, the first sniff and the first sip, I was like, oh, what the. This is bullshit. What am I doing? Why? But
everyone hates me.
I've gotten through over half of it, and my first thought is, will this beer end? And the second of all, the fact I've gotten through most of this in like 5-10 minutes really speaks to the fact that this is pretty much water with a little bit of hops in it. The smell is kind of hard to get over, which
But
luckily
6% alcohol. So you're going to get fucked up.
it just reminds me of the Beast. The Beast Ice.
No,
And
it
Amen.
doesn't.
Amen.
No, it doesn't.
Ice
It does
beer.
not taste like that at all.
We'll have to do that beer on the podcast soon.
It tastes like Beast Ice.
Yeah,
Wow.
Mill
I
thought you were
Basti
listening
Ice.
to my
I would take this over
commentary
Beast
earlier.
Ice. Beast Ice is garbage.
That's
This
like
is
saying it tastes like Steel Reserve, like Jared says. Like this is
No,
not
no,
Steel
not
Reserve.
I didn't say it tasted like it. I said I'd rather have one.
I will not. I'll take
I
this
would-
over.
I would be no. I would say no. I would rather have this than Steel Reserve.
Here's the tier. I will take Budweiser over Bud Light, and then Bud Light over this, and then this over the Beast.
You haven't had Bud Light in a long ass time, then.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not much for Bud Light and Budweiser and stuff like that, but I would definitely admit Budweiser's the staple for the reason. For reasons.
All right. Thank
This
you,
ain't
Aaron.
bad.
The
Thank
king
you,
of
Aaron.
Budweisers.
Thank you, Aaron.
Yeah,
I will
Budweiser's
admit-
king.
Johnny boy, go ahead and tell me how awful this beer is.
He's gonna correct us all.
Well, I'm gonna start with a positive.
No.
True to-
Start with a
True
negative.
to advertising, it is clean.
It is
Double down.
clean.
To me.
It's clean.
It tastes clean.
You can smell it.
Clean as
I
mud.
think the reason this beer suffers so much is because in the world of craft beers and microbrews, et cetera, it's just my palate has evolved past this. And I think in the context of, well, it's more advertised for college kids, that makes sense. But at the same time, it's like, why wouldn't you just get a Bud or a Bud Light? Why would you choose a
Well, you
Why
would
would
choose
you
this.
choose
You would choose this over Bud Light because this is more alcohol.
Yeah, but it's probably
You would
Bud
choose
Light's
this
probably
over
cheaper than
Budweiser
Platinum.
because more alcohol. It's more alcohol. It's just more
But you-
alcohol.
You could just
Steel
get
Reserve
Old Cool.
over
If
this
you want to get
because it's
fucked
more
up, you'll
alcohol.
just get cheap liquor.
Yeah, but
You're
if
not
this is
gonna get Platinum.
yeah, but this but like at a bar where they don't give a shit, where it's like Budweiser, Bud Light, they're gonna charge the same for those beers. This beer is your go-to beer because
You're not wrong, Ian.
you're gonna get more for your bang for your buck. Ultimately, if you go to those bars,
so to speak.
they're domestics. You know, you have Coors, Budweiser, Corona, Budweiser, and you have Bud Light, and you have Bud Light Platinum. You're gonna pick this because this is a 6%er
Yum.
over all those 5 and 4.5%ers. You're
Are
gonna
they
get
all priced
more
the same?
alcohol. I would imagine that just basic domestics are generally priced the same at a bar.
Maybe it's just harder
Yeah.
to progress loggers than it is to progress other
Maybe,
micro.
but I
beers.
feel like this is a science and that we can manipulate it to become better. But like the fact that this is an easy drinking, like crazy. I mean, I could chug
Man, I
this.
think that's a controversial statement.
This
Easy
is I know.
drinking.
This is no, this is easy drinking. I think this is crazy easy. If you can easy drink this, you guys in your stouts choking there's black cocks in your
Stella is
mouth.
easy
I don't really.
drinking. Stella Artois is easy drinking.
But I agree with Dave.
Tiny-
There's a
Heineken is easy
there's a weird synthetic flavor and like feel to this beer. I don't know what it is.
Come on.
I agree with Dave. They did something to manipulate the alcohol content and it fucked
Shut
with
the fuck
flavor.
up. Okay, hold on a sec. Nick,
did they brew it
hold
your,
on a
Cape
second.
Era,
Nick
Cape
to
Era?
win. Nick to win. You've
Yeah.
drinking a bunch of these fucking fake ass non-alcoholic beers. Those fuckers
Yeah.
taste the same way. The Heineken Zero. I've had the Heineken 0.0. That tastes the same and feels the same fucking way. So if we're gonna talk about fake fucking beers, the NA beers have that same bullshit
Wait, am I
going
getting
on.
attacked?
Yeah, but if I'm drinking an NA beer, I kind of expect
You
that
expect
kind
it
of
to be
crap.
chemically and weird?
Yeah, because
Slightly altered.
beer I've ever had has had
You're
that.
drinking
Oh
alcohol.
my god!
I'm drinking the beer. I'm not expecting the beer to taste chemically and weird.
All right, that's fine. I don't even think this Bud Light
turning
beer
his
tastes.
camera off.
I don't even think this Bud Light beer tastes fucking chemically weird. Anyway, my wife didn't find it to be chemically weird. We just found it to be
I was
perfectly
gonna say,
fine.
drink beer.
This is a
It's-
behind the
Right.
scenes, but I love how Ian says we're gonna take less time on the beer reviews, and here we are.
No. It's not about less time on the beer reviews. It was less time in the beginning.
In the intro.
Because I wanted it to all be here to like sandwich between the game shit. So no. We want to like fully just be assholes right now.
Yes.
Anyway. All right.
That's
John,
the end of my review.
So John is his review. My review is I think it's totally fucking fine. I don't understand what these pussies are fucking tender nutsacks are talking about. I think the beer is totally fine. 6%. If you need some get drunk juice, if you're a college boy and you want to get fucked, drink it. I don't know what these guys are talking about price. I mean, at my AM/PM, it wasn't too expensive, and then at Winco, it's fucking cheap as fuck for a 12-pack. Maybe they are trying to get rid of it. I don't think they're trying to get rid of it. I think they have a whole line of like platinum seltzers, and the from my understanding is the Budweiser Light Next is not doing well. So I think I think those are two different. I also think those are two different groups. Like
it's a different category.
The Bud Light Next
Zero Cal.
The Zero Cal is going for the Michelob Ultra crowd, which is old men trying to get diets, and I think this crowd is literally college dudes who don't want to drink. Because I don't understand why it's called Bud Light Light. Because it's not light. It's a fucking heavy beer, and it's 6%, but it has no taste. I think the problem with the beer is it has no taste. I don't love it. I'm not trying to love it. I pushed it on you guys not because I love it. I just pushed it on you as something different because like it's a beer. It's different. It's trying to do something different, and I'm trying to like, where is it? Where does it exist? How does it work? You know,
that a major manufacturer has released something like this that was so polarized. That was why I bought a 12-pack of it. Was because I'm like, it's Budweiser. Maybe it's not going to be the greatest beer ever, but
it's fucking
how bad could it
6%. Dude, you drink a 6-pack of that and you're fucked.
How many have you had, Ian, today?
I only had the 12 ounce.
He's had 6.
20 ounce. I made. Listen. Hey guys. I don't really like it, so I bought 12 of these babies, and I bought a can of that shit. Anyway, you guys are thinking that I love it, but I don't really love it. I just think it's. I think there is a future in that beer, and I think there's a performance that could be made that it somehow could be. It's a refinement of flavor. It's a refinement of flavor and alcohol. So like, this beer has found a way to like refine itself to 6%. How do we refine the flavor to make it a better beer? You know what I mean? Like, I'm talking about science of the beer. I'm talking about like, it could be something that is more important than what it is. And that's like, I don't think this beer is going to be successful. I don't think this beer is the greatest thing in the. I mean, I'm rating this beer as this is a middle thumb for me.
I'm wanting to find if they still have Bud Ice and if it's way better than this.
No,
stuff.
so this is a middle thumb for me. I just think it's interesting. I find it a potential goal change. Like, so what else? What is everyone else rating this beer?
Sometime.
Downtime.
Side,
Yeah,
down. So
I'm gonna
we
go
got
down.
one.
No reason
We got
to
two
stay.
up. Got two up.
2 Chubs out of 6.
2 Chubs out of 6, and that's perfectly fine with me. I just
3%.
I just feel like failure breeds the future.
Breeds Bud Light Platinum.
No, Dave, I don't think you understand what I'm talking about.
It's just.
I totally understand what you're talking about, and if this is the future, I don't want any part of it.
No.
Yeah,
I'm talking
you can
like
have your lager.
that's
future,
not what
Ian.
I'm talking about. I'm talking about like making high-end lagers at a higher rate with the like this. So like I'm saying like, what if Stella could be 7% but the same flavor?
Oh, that'd be.
That's what I'm saying. That's like it doesn't. That's what Bud Light Platinum proves. Bud Light Platinum proves that you don't have to have any flavor. Bud Light Platinum proves you don't have to have any flavor, but you can still have a high alcohol content. So I
think it proves the exact opposite, that you have a high alcohol content and it tastes like crap.
I don't think it tastes like crap at all. I think that's bullshit. I don't think it tastes like. I think it just tastes like basic beer, basic light beer. I don't. That means That means Coors Light tastes like shit. I mean, it tastes better than Coors Light.
No.
Oh, 100%. 100% tastes better than Coors Light. 100%.
I had Coors Light last weekend.
No. Better than Coors Light.
No chemical taste.
100%. There's no chemical. What is this chemical? What soap are you eating? Anyway.
Whatever's in this, whatever you
well,
Yeah,
clearly at your
I'm with Dave on
whatever
that.
the guy cummed in and then like used it, that's fine. Anyway, all right, we gotta move on.
Yes.
Aaron, are you sticking around? You taking off?
I'm probably gonna head out. Yeah, it's
Aaron's always leaving. He hates
he's
us.
almost ready to talk about video games.
He's almost ready
more.
to talk about video games, but he hates us. He's like, you guys aren't that cool.
We love you, Aaron.
He's over the PS4.
He's just messing with you, Aaron. It's fine. Don't feel bad about getting out of here, man.
Actually, Aaron's like, I've got to get out of here because I've got to play my PlayStation 5.
Yeah, he's like, I got a PlayStation 5. I got God of War to play.
Go play some God of War.
Yep.
Yeah. 5.
Good night, Aaron. Say,
have a good night.
Kiss your daughter. Give your wife a push for me.
Try not to
go download some updates.
Yeah. All right, guys. I hope you guys come over soon.
Love you,
Aaron.
Love you guys. Come on over whenever.
Yeah, we'll just pop in.
Catch you
Yeah.
later.
Just let me know
Give
before
your
you.
address right now on the show.
Give us our no, don't do that. Don't. No.
I don't.
We already have his address. John.
Yeah.
All right, Aaron. I love you.
I love you guys.
Good night.
Night.
All right.
This is how I die.
Oh, I didn't talk about what.
Yeah, I told you. Nick has.
We
a beer
rated
chaser.
it 2 thumbs, and what was
Dave will appreciate this.
what platinum am I going to give this?
What
Well,
is
this
that?
game
There's
is
a glare on it.
the game I'm going to pair it with is well, the only game is like equal to and a platinum I got is Saints Row 3rd. That's basically this game. Saints Row the 3rd is pretty much equal to this beer.
They would be drinking this beer all the way through that game.
I mean they're equal. They're like one and the same.
It's
like
slapping you with a dildo bat upside
those
the head.
guys are literally drinking that beer in the game, and then this game is literally that game, and then I also platinumed that game. So there you go. Saints Row the 3rd.
Nice choice.
All right. As we move on to the main topic, Dave decided, like we've been trying to share, trying to get topics, and Dave wanted to do a PS4 review, and I was like, oh, we should do that, and I was like, let's do a PS4 retrospective PS4 review of the console. It's coming close. I mean, as everyone except John buys a PS5, we're getting really close to the end of life of the PS4. And that's a console that I think is near and dear to a lot of our hearts. We spend a lot of time with it.
It was about 9 years ago that it came out.
I don't think any of us had to buy a new one. Jared bought another one just because he wanted to, but I feel like we all lived off our initial PS4. I mean, the console was a solid console. It was a reliable console. It was so before we get into that, I know
Actually, may I ask?
Oh, go ahead, Jared. Nick, go ahead.
I was going to ask, just to segue back to the PS5. Were there supply chain or supply issues with the PS4 when it first came? I don't remember.
Not that I remember. I don't remember there being issues as much.
No, it was hard. It was hard to get till after that first Christmas.
It was,
wasn't
yeah, okay. It
impossible.
was hard to
It was-
get, but I don't think it was as hard as the PS5.
No, it didn't go on.
People were still buying them online for crazy prices because they were hard to get during the right time.
I think that's everything with every console, but I think it wasn't. I think
even going back to the PS2, it's kind
Yeah.
of been a thing for.
but
Yeah.
even the
Sony.
PS,
I mean,
I
that's
think the
always been the
PS5
case.
set a new mark for like hard to get. You know,
Yeah, every previous generation, if they came out in November, they were kind of tricky to get till January,
March.
February, maybe
Yeah.
March, after
Yeah.
Christmas.
But
so
then
basically-
2 years later.
so my understanding.
Yeah, and that's always where it seemed to be when I'd get I'd get it like PS2, PS3, and now PS5. I got it like 2 years later. PS4 is the only one where I waited like 6 years before I got it.
Well, back in the day, 2 years into the console cycle, you'd have like a new model. It would drop in price. It would do all kinds of stuff. But now
Yeah.
it's just like we can't even make the damn things fast enough. It's crazy how different it is.
Yep. I remember, I think, first time I saw one that played on one was Destiny at Jared's. When you were living in that house, I think you just got... That was
Oh
the first
yeah,
thing I
Destiny
saw
2.
on there.
Because
Yeah.
I remember playing Destiny 1 beta on the PS3. And then I played
Oh,
it
wow.
on the PS4. Yes, Destiny 1 was on PS3, and
Yeah, I
eventually
remember
they
that. It was
discontinued the servers, and it was so drastically different between the generations that I remember that being just crazy. Like, wow, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember going up to yours and seeing the
So many remembrances. Can we move on now?
Well, now that you're done dinking around with your camera,
No, I was
yes.
waiting for you guys, so I was just like in here. No. So my question was, thank you, John, for all of that bullshit. No, so under my, I'm gonna assume a lot right now, but let me assume. My assumption is, well, I know that Jared had a PS3 and a 360.
Yep.
Nick, you only had a PS3?
Technically, no, but
Mostly PC.
I never.
So mostly a
Well,
PS3.
PC. Well, I mean, I had
you had a PC,
yeah,
but
I had an Xbox 360 in my house, but
you never
I never played it. It
All
wasn't
right.
mine.
All right, so that doesn't
Yeah.
count. No. So you had a PC
Okay.
and a PS3.
Right.
Dave.
And I actually had to rebuy my PS3
All right.
because
Yes, I know. I don't
Okay,
want to get
sorry.
into that yet. Dave.
Okay.
360 only.
Yeah, I was the Johnny No Mates in that
Yeah,
generation.
outlier.
All right. And I think John 360 only as well. You didn't have a PS3?
Yeah, don't you have my 360?
I do
Did
have your
gift you
yeah, I
Oh,
do
that
have
is
your
that one.
360, but what I'm saying is so John and Dave, this is mostly pointed to you. What was the decision as we move into this next generation that you guys just shifted to PS4?
PlayStation Plus for me, like just being able to pay like one thing for $40 and be online and play games with all your friends.
That's
And then
literally your reason?
And no, but the second reason was because on the Xbox 360, if I wanted to play a game, I had to buy it. Like there was no game sharing because. But honestly, probably Destiny. Just seeing that game. But I think I was already gonna get a PlayStation 4 or go with what the group was going with because.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, what was the? I mean, the group. Obviously, I was gonna get a PS4. Jared was gonna get a PS4. Nick wasn't really in the group at the time, but I'm just like, I was curious. Like, I just wanted to know what was the turncoats decision. Like, if you guys had 360s and you.
I also wasn't that impressed by the the games for the Xbox and the exclusives. There just didn't seem that much that was like.
So Halo
great.
wasn't a big deal. Halo
No,
seems
but the other
stupid.
thing is, Destiny was a big online game, and I think that was before it was crossplay. So
Yeah.
you
Way before.
could play Destiny on your Xbox, but if no one has an Xbox that then it's kind of like, what's the point?
Yeah.
How about you, John? Why did you decide to get a PS4 versus going back to your comfort of the Microsoft Xbox?
Because all you guys were getting PS4s, so I was like,
okay. Do you regret make that decision?
no.
No.
I think it's funny you bring up Halo because you had Halo 4 and Halo 5, and even hardcore Halo people are just like, eh.
No. Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
never
I'd
played
played
4 or
like
5.
I played Halo 1, 2, and 3, and by 3 I was kind of like, this isn't a big deal to me anymore, you know. Or it isn't a system seller for me.
So then the other guys, Jared, Nick, why was the PlayStation 4 always gonna... Okay, so Jared had both. Jared, and you never bought an Xbox One. Why was the PlayStation 4 the console you went with, and you didn't even bother with Xbox?
As time progressed, I just stopped playing a lot of Xbox 360 games. Most of the things I really appreciated about the Xbox 360 were the digital marketplace for indies and stuff like that. And then Sony started getting better at that on the PS3. And I started playing more of the exclusives on PlayStation 3. And eventually I just sold my Xbox so I could buy a PS4. You know, it was the sacrifice I made to afford the next console.
Right.
And because I knew after watching, the E3 reveal and how Sony how Microsoft just kind of flubbed and crashed with their marketing scheme and all that
that was
stuff.
the other thing, wasn't it? The DRM.
It was really easy to make that decision. I think a lot of people made the same decision based on that E3 presentation.
Sony did a really good job of reacting to Xbox.
Yeah, this is how
flub.
you trade games.
Right.
Yeah.
And they hand each other discs.
Because like Xbox was saying like, we're gonna register you, and you need to know, and we need to be
always
control
online.
it and online, and we'll let you know.
Yeah, that was a big. I forgot about that, but that was a big deal to me because I was like, no bullshit. If I buy a game on disc, I'm going to give it to my friends.
They were a little ahead of their time. They were.
The funny thing
they
is,
could probably get away with that this generation or even next generation. But last generation, people are like, what are they even talking about?
But I think
it was a foreign language.
What's shitty about that is I think what Xbox was trying to do is actually really awesome, because kind of like Steam, it's like I could let you play a game in my library, and I couldn't play it while you're playing it, and if I wanted to play it, it would just kick you off. And I think
still don't have that though.
They don't have that, but I think that's what Xbox was trying to do, and they failed miserably at it. And because they were failing so miserably at it, Sony put this quick little video together. Oh, this is how we share games. But the fact is, Dave lives in an archaic time, and we live in more digital times where we want to share games. And my hope is that I can share my digital games with you. When I'm not playing them, I hope my friends could play them. That's my hope. That's the future I would like to see. PlayStation is not there yet, but I get 100% why people were like, oh, fuck it, we're going to go to PlayStation 4. Nick DeWin, you weren't a part of our crew during this time period. What made you decide to buy a PS4?
Well, when I did become a listener, you guys actually pretty much decided for me. I actually had my heart set on an Xbox One. And by the way, I've maybe I picked up the controller once or twice, but I actually have no memory of ever actually playing any sort of Xbox game or really even remember any experience with that controller.
I don't know how you would with that controller. It's so complicated.
Well, and that's the thing. It was like I was going to try something new because I was just my decision was based more on like the technical aspects of the Xbox One at the time. Like I'll probably mention the 4K upscaling versus the native that the Xbox had, and I was kind of more attracted to that. But it was you guys were. I mean, a lot of these PlayStation exclusives like God of War and Spider-Man, and I mean this is probably around 2018 when a lot of these games are coming out. That
Back when
you guys
things were
would really-
measured in teraflops.
Teraflops.
whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
you guys were just really high on some of these games, and it sounded interesting. And
Yeah.
and if I went with the Xbox, it sounded like I may have been left out. Where, and I mean, I have a PS3. Well, I've had a couple PS3s, PS2, PS1. So it's like you just kind of the controller really hasn't changed much. And so it's
It's just
There's, like,
heavier
almost-
and slightly more comfortable.
yeah, that's fine. I mean, like I'm just speaking more like the learning curve versus
Yeah,
like if
of
I were to
course.
like pick up an Xbox controller where I just who knows what kind of mess I'd be in if I tried to play something with it.
The rest of you guys, do you guys really? I mean, I don't feel that when I play an Xbox controller on an Xbox. I don't really feel that confusion. Is that a real
It's probably
thing?
fine, but I mean, there might be.
Do
like
you
a
guys
little bit of a
really?
learning
I don't.
curve.
I mean, like, I don't have no learning curve with that. Do you guys really feel
At
that?
this point, I
No.
kind
Well,
of
no,
wish
no.
it had the touchpad with the left and right click because I
I-
really liked the map button.
I had an original Xbox and I had a 360, and the 360 was all I had for a while. So it's kind of like, yeah, going to an Xbox controller is no biggie for me, really.
But going to
Right,
was it
but
was
if-
going
but
to
if
a
I'm
PS4 controller difficult for you?
No, because I had a PlayStation 1 and a PlayStation 2, and that thing's.
Do you
I think the only
find
difference
that
is that
video
touchpad.
game criticism is just then full of bullshit and they just don't know what the fuck they're talking about?
We know how you feel about that.
I know how I feel about it.
I feel that everyone's kind of standardized on a
Exactly.
controller layout. You know, they might vary some of the buttons, but it's not like we have N64 controllers. out
Exactly.
there.
It's not like
So-
you went.
That's funny. I was going to bring that up too, but
So on a side note, Ian, you thought my clickety clackety on the PS4 controller was bad. You should hear how loud my Xbox Series S controller is.
Well, I'm glad I don't
Like
have.
just
I'm
playing
glad
that
I don't
thing at
have it.
nighttime, I'm just like, oh god,
Well,
I hope nobody wakes up. Click, 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 click,
You
click,
should.
click, click.
I don't know if you
It's
should
so
be friends
loud.
with John over here, and then maybe John can tell me how loud you are. Do you guys not have the same on the count? You guys both have X's Series S's.
Played any games together yet?
You guys should play together.
No, we haven't.
You guys should
Uh-uh,
fondle
we-
each other and
yeah.
play together.
Where we play at such different hours. He's probably
Oh,
in bed when I even turn
probably.
the system on.
He's probably fingering something else.
Yeah.
All right, so sorry, John. I'm sorry.
No, I was laughing because
Thing-
Jared agreed. He's like, yeah.
I think one thing is funny. I was in GameStop the other day, and the PlayStation 4, the original one, they still want like $240 or whatever used.
It's a
for
good
it.
console.
Yeah.
And
No,
Yeah.
it's a good
but
console.
The Xbox, the equivalent Xbox, is only $120.
Xbox One that no one bought. Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I could sell my PS4 Pro for $350 right now. You know, it'd be pretty
Jesus.
quick. Yeah.
But that
well,
might
it's also the God
be,
of War edition.
Yeah, it's the
so-
God of War edition. Yeah. I mean, eventually I might sell it just so I can buy a second PS5 for the garage.
Yeah.
oh hey, buying two PS5s, that's a good idea.
Yeah, yeah, why not? You got a lot of rooms in that house to fill, bro.
Yeah.
We'll have to party up there someday.
Mm.
so kind of, I mean, you've been kind of out of the conversation, John, but like, you were a 360 person. You went to PS4 because of, I guess, us for the most part.
yeah,
But like,
yeah.
was that a choice you were okay with? I mean,
Oh yeah.
do you have an allegiance to 360?
I think it's very. I think it's just natural, you know, whatever your group of friends, their whatever console they're playing on, because especially if you're younger, you know, if you're able to get a job, whatever, you know, at 18,
Wait, are you
and then-
younger than us?
yes, considerably.
Don't
so
rub
if
it in,
you're-
asshole. No.
So when you're a teenager, you know, you're pretty much like, oh, I'm only going to be able to get one console. But then as you get older and you start kind of, you know, moving up, then you're able to. I mean, we talked about recently how, you know, like everyone here has a Switch and then their console, and some people even play PC on top of that, and then some people may even have another console on top of that. So it's just recently in later adulthood, we're able to afford multiple consoles.
But did you ever feel pressure from us to get into
No.
it? No.
No, and I think what Dave was saying too is just the only controller scheme I struggle with is if I go to Switch. Then I'm just like, I don't know what these
Yeah.
buttons are.
But that's the Switch. That's way before the like. That's the Xbox Series X and PS5 generation. We're talking about this other generation. We're talking about
Yeah.
So like, was there any regret from you 360 guys from the 360 that you
because
decided
I'm not a big
to
Gears
go to?
of War fan, and I'm not a big Halo guy.
So you didn't care.
I wish I had time to play the new
Yeah,
Gears
I
of War
enjoyed
games.
both of those games. Don't get me wrong, but by the same token, it was like
I'm okay. I'm
by
okay
that
with
point they
leaving.
were on number 4 or 5.
You're okay
so.
with leaving?
Yeah, I haven't played 4 or 5.
Yeah, it's like okay, the Gears of War 4 and and Halo 4 or whatever it was that's coming out. I'm like, okay, is that the best you can do?
It is interesting how like I have a Series S and I can play all the Xbox One games on it, but I just haven't had any interest. Nobody really talked about any of them except for like Titanfall.
Oh man, I love how you keep talking about other consoles that are not pertinent to this conversation. This is so great. Thank you, Jared. This is the PS4 console generation. Anyway, it doesn't matter. You're fine. Jared, give me 2 or 3 games. What are the games that you loved from this generation? Just like name them off. Just drop them.
Well, the 3 I threw down: Monster Hunter World, Destiny as a series,
Yeah,
and Astrobot Rescue Mission, because VR was proponent
wow.
in the PlayStation generation.
Oh wow, that's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
those games are ones that are always in the top of my mind, and I love greatly.
Nick, what were some
Do
of
you
the?
feel?
Oh, go ahead, Nick.
Oh, are we asking questions
John, no,
in
John, go
between,
ahead. You
or-
want to ask a question? Go ahead. Sorry.
I'm shocked that. I'm shocked you said the Destiny series, because I know for Destiny 1, obviously we played that for a long time as a collective, but then Destiny 2, you pretty much went solo.
Yeah, Destiny 1. I liked it mainly. That's what this podcast kind of became, a Destiny podcast
I
originally.
like how observant though John is. Like Destiny 1 and Destiny 2 got.
Then Destiny 2 came out, and I bought it because I was super interested in the series and the lore and all that stuff, and it provided all that. The story was well done, I thought, and the graphics were beautiful. And then it just kept on going, and I was playing solo pretty much. And eventually I learned that my oldest brother, had a PlayStation 4 and played a ton of Destiny, so I got to play a bunch with him. And on and off, I got to play with other people, and it's just always something that I've had as part of my collection. Like the new expansion comes out in the next few months, and I'll probably pick that up because I just really love playing Destiny whenever something like that comes out.
Cool.
I got one more question about Destiny 2. Do you feel Destiny 2, in your opinion, because with Destiny 1 you had us as a group playing with you, and then Destiny 2 you went solo, but if you had to compare the story and the gameplay between 1 and 2, do you feel Destiny 2 is a successful sequel in terms of doing things bigger and better than Destiny 1?
Yes, overachieved. Yes, very good game.
Yeah, I played it. It's pretty good.
And Destiny 2 conquers. Yeah, screw you, Ian. Destiny 2 is much better than Destiny 1, which is saying a lot because Destiny 1 is an amazing game.
All right, Nick. What were your games? What were your like? So you're living outside of this bubble right now, the couch co-op bubble. At this time, you're not a part of it, and you're playing games. What were your favorite games of the PS4 generation?
Well, I mean, I got a later start than most of you guys because I didn't get my PS4 Pro until the end of 2018. So basically started, yeah.
Well, I never got a Pro, so don't fucking front on me.
I'm not trying to front. I'm just telling you what I got. But probably far and away the best experience I had playing a game was probably Red Dead Redemption 2. Just
That almost hit my top 3 there.
I know Ian's about to throw up because
Yeah.
he's, I know how much he loves this game, but
Yeah,
I
love
love
I don't know.
it. It's
It
so
was,
good.
it was,
So good.
Go ahead, Nick.
it.
ahead.
I mean, not necessarily the game, but just like kind of the visuals of it was a lot of fun. Like, I mean, I've mentioned this before in the past that it was a lot of fun for even Brandy just to sit down on the couch and watch me play. I mean, she doesn't really watch me do anything like that. I mean, lately she's been enjoying me playing Tiny Tina's Wonderland, and I think she also got some like Red Dead Redemption 2 vibes when I was playing God of War last night. But I mean, I would have to say like just as far as an experience, Red Dead Redemption 2 is probably far and away the best so far.
So that's one of them.
I I had a lot of fun playing Borderlands 3. Especially with Jared when he gave me a bunch of weapons that I still haven't even leveled up enough to actually use. But
Yeah, the Iridium cannon that shoots out like 20
Yeah.
guns at a time.
hey, you know what? Whatever. I sold a lot of those, and I was able to
Yeah, it's a good way to
upgrade-
make money.
Yep.
make some money,
The
so I
money's
can
coming.
upgrade my backpack and upgrade, all that
Yeah.
stuff, so I can carry a lot more crap because I'm a
Yep.
freaking pack rat with some of these games.
Love Borderland 3.
Yeah.
Cool.
And,
Anything else? No.
no, I mean, I mean, I guess I could mention Fallout 4, but I mean, there's really not to mention there. It's just I played it, and
You
it's
played it.
more of a
and-
time.
A
It's
solid
more of a time
Fallout
killer game.
series edition.
Yeah, well,
But
I'm not going to go.
It's
that
all
far.
about it. It's all about. It's like the single player.
I mean, I've probably played the most of that game, but it's like I play it just almost kind of out of habit, and some of it's it's kind of more of a game that I play when I'm not like fully invested in. Because
Do you feel dirty when you're playing it?
No,
No. Okay.
it's
That's
just I
good.
feel like I'm just
Not doing
killing
any-
time. Really,
Killing time.
I'm just killing time.
Your
I'm not
comfort
really
bubble.
trying to advance anything. I'm just trying to get some cool gear and outfit my settlers so they can be badass, and yeah, that's about it.
Dave, what are the games that you? What are the gaming experiences that you loved in the PS4 generation?
Oh, the games versus the experiences. That's kind of
Okay,
different.
well,
but
okay, then this is the games.
The first
versus-
one is the games. Anyway, Destiny, obviously, for the reasons Jared and just all of us really enjoyed that game, playing online. I'd have to say either Far Cry 4 or Wolfenstein. I think Far Cry 4, I just really enjoyed the story on that, and it was like an open world. It was a really good showcase for the system. And
It's
then
fun to explore.
and then Death Stranding.
Oh my
is-
god.
Okay.
Oh,
That was a
okay.
game.
That's
I
one
did
of
not
mine, so we
expect
don't need to
like
talk
it.
about mine. But like, yeah, I think Death Stranding is one of those games that kind of.
For the
I agree
first
with
hour,
you.
I'm like, "What the hell is this?" And then the story just starts pulling you in, and the
It's very different, and the story's crazy, and 100%. I agree with you, Dave.
Yeah, the social network thing is. I've talked about it a couple of podcasts ago. That's just amazing. Anyway, those are my three. But like I say, Wolfenstein.
Sequel was just announced for the PS5.
Yeah, we just got the
And beyond.
Death Stranding 2, which I'm actually excited for. When I wasn't excited for Horizon Forbidden West and Ragnarok, I'm actually excited because I think Kojima will do something different. But anyway, John, what are some of your favorite games for this console generation?
So in order, 3 would be God of War 2018.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I picked that game up late after you guys had all played it, but that was
Wait, you
probably
weren't
the
on
first
that
game-
podcast with us then? Were you gone then?
I was in Vegas by then,
Oh, okay,
for sure.
I guess you were. Oh my god.
Vegas, baby.
God, for some reason I thought you were still around then. Sorry.
No, I don't
Alright.
think I wasn't podcasting with you guys around then.
No, I guess not.
But that was like the first single player game in a long time to really pull me in, and it was also my first platinum
Yep.
on the
Nice.
PlayStation 4.
Well done.
And then number 2 would be Destiny. I remember I haven't told this story before, but when we did the Vault of Glass.
Yeah.
So Vault of Glass, for the listeners, was the first raid in Destiny. The crew was super hyped about it, and we actually planned, like, we have to get together and play it, because I think at that time Ian had played it with Tony, and so Ian was going to be kind of like helping us, like shepherding us through
he knew
Not
which
really,
way to go.
the raid.
Not with Dave
But
around.
Yeah.
I was on a date, and I ended it prematurely because I was like, oh well, I got a raid, baby. I gotta
got
go.
a raid, baby. Hey, listen, hop off my cock, baby.
You know where the front door is. I got a raid. I'm sorry.
Yeah, pretty much.
Raid is for the raid.
Listen, I know you like the Lambo, but I gotta go.
Yeah.
And then number one would be playing Witcher 3.
Oh, that's a good
I
choice.
played
Yeah.
it. I played it twice. I played it the first time all the way through when I first moved to Vegas. But what I like more about Witcher 3 is when I played the second time because it's during the shutdown, during the COVID pandemic.
Okay.
So it was fun just to go through it and replay it again, especially with all the DLC. I mean, the DLC was a great deal. You know, you get Game of the Year edition. You can still get it for like $20 or 25, and you get all the DLC, and that's still a great deal.
PS5 and Xbox versions come out next week,
They didn't do
and you get it free with your copy.
Yeah, I'm kind of interested. Like, yeah, I'm interested in that.
Yeah, I know.
And
it's
then
crazy.
what's funny about Nick's Red Dead 2 is I did play that when it first came out, but I finished it a few months ago replaying it on my Xbox SX. And I just find it funny that I associate it more with my Xbox now because even though I played it when it originally came out, I did a better experience playing it on the Xbox than I did playing on the PS4. So I associate it with the current generation.
Mm-hmm.
Why was your experience better on the Xbox versus the
Part of it, I didn't like the game when I first played it through. I thought Red Dead 1 was better. I didn't like how they kind of, in my opinion, at the time they kind of hamstrung you that you could only carry limited weaponry, and that your horse was kind of you had to take better care of your horse and not really lose it. And then when it came to hunting, you had to use all this special ammo depending on what you were hunting, and so it's just a more. It's not the right word, but it was more immersive and more simulated than I wasn't expecting compared to Red Dead 1. But when I played it again for the Xbox, I knew what it was like coming into it, and I enjoyed the game a lot more.
Okay.
Cool.
Hey, Ian. I don't know if you saw, but Aaron kind of posted.
He did.
Okay.
I will address that after I have addressed my. I'm just gonna throw out some favorite games of mine. So the PS4 had a lot of great games. It's a super strong console. Obviously, God of War is a great game. Assassin's Creed Odyssey is one of my all-time favorite games for the console.
That's
I think
a
it's
good game,
awesome.
yeah.
Fucking Control.
Yeah, that was close
Oh
on my
my
list.
god, what a great fucking game. I'm sorry. I mean,
It's a huge list.
There's
it's
a
just,
huge-
We consolidated to three.
no,
that
I'm
we
not.
kinda
I didn't
wanted to
even
mention.
consolidate. I just want to like mention. I mean, the guys have already mentioned a bunch of games that I also love. They're like not mentioning games I didn't love,
Like Red Dead Redemption 2.
except for that game. That
No
game
one's
is fucking
mentioned
awful.
Horizon.
Horizon, Horizon.
Grand Theft Auto 5.
Horizon,
I mean, whether you like it or not.
Horizon's a great game. That was a great game.
Near.
Near Automata. Oh my god, Near
Oh, yeah.
Automata. You're right, Jared. That's a fucking great
Yeah.
game. I love all those games. I feel like this console. I mean, even the generation. I mean, some of these games were playable on the Xbox. So like, great games all around. I think. Aaron had a couple games he wanted to mention. God of War, No Man's Sky, 100% No Man's
Yes,
Sky.
sir.
What a
I
great
almost
game!
threw that on mine.
And he had Doom, the first Doom, the 2016
Yeah.
Doom. not Doom Eternal, but the one before that.
Yeah.
He loved that. I think you guys.
It's a great.
I didn't
game.
love
Yeah,
it, but I
love it.
think Jared and Dave 100%. Maybe JPK liked it. I don't know. But those were games. I mean, so many great fucking games.
It was an amazing generation altogether.
And they were
Xbox,
spread out
PlayStation.
along the life of the system as well. It's not like we just got a load of great games just before the PlayStation 5.
Right. But I think what's more important to me is the experiences. So I have a couple of. I want to do. We'll do a first round of experiences, and then we'll do a second round. So I'll start. So when it comes to PS4, when it comes to experiences, I think like we were playing. I remember playing Destiny demo on our PS3s. But I think the whole experience, ultimately, of playing Destiny on our PS4s was one of the most important things for us and the building of this podcast. But, like, it was so much fun. We built so much camaraderie and so much, like, there's so many inner jokes, like Dave poking Atheon or Aaron being pulled out because his wife is like, oh, you can't play right now, or Jared clicking too hard, or Jason like clicking too hard and breathing too hard. I mean, there's just so many jokes that we kind of randomly poke nowadays, but like it's just like it all came from that Destiny experience. So, like, as Destiny isn't the game I picked as my favorite game, the Destiny experience, man.
I don't think there's been anything like it since, where you would switch on your console and there was always at least one person playing it that you could join up with.
Right. It's so crazy.
Didn't matter what time of day or night it was. There was always one or two people, if not more, sat in there doing whatever.
Jared, what's one of your experiences?
Well, it was just multiplayer with the boys, and of course Destiny was there, but also Monster Hunter World.
Oh, Monster Hunter World! I played. Jared and I played
Aaron
a lot
was
of Monster
playing for a while.
Yeah.
A lot of us were playing it for a while. You and I stuck to it mostly. We both put almost 200 hours into the game, and we loved. And I still have great fond memories and want to jump back in. Monster Hunter Rise is coming out for it next year, and I might jump into that.
Multiplayer was so much more easier on the PS4 than it was on the PS3. It's just
multiplayer with voice chat at my top as well. It's just like Rocket League.
They made it so much easier. Yeah, Rocket League is really.
I mean, Anthem
Destiny.
wasn't around.
Well, no. Hold on, Dave. We'll get to you. Yeah, Nick, so you weren't a part of the crew, but what were some of your experiences on the console that you would like to showcase?
I think I already mentioned it. It was Red Dead Redemption 2. Just riding around the mountains and just like kind of admiring like what the PS4 could do with the visuals. And granted, I'm sure the Xbox One would have probably done it better with its native 4K, but it looked great on my TV. It was a lot of fun. I think it was probably my first great memory, because I think that was the first game I ended up starting to play. Like, actually, I got into. I mean, I started like playing a couple games here, like Spider-Man and stuff like that, and I just really got into this game. And
cool.
Well, it's funny because I was just randomly digging through my screenshots in my PlayStation 4, which is a new thing as well. The screenshots in a video game console was awesome. I love that. But a Red Dead Redemption 2 is one I bumped into. I'm like, wow, this is still just crazy impressive. And it hasn't even been enhanced for like modern generations or anything like that. It's so beautiful, like how they did the environments. It's so cool.
Yeah, the environment is beautiful. Like just like seeing mountains in a distance.
Yeah.
It was like it was great. Like I mentioned, Brandy just loved to sit down and watch me play because she just loved seeing the background, the scenery, and I mean, she hated when I'd kill things, but
Yeah. Well, like a lot of
you
people
take the
bitched.
good with the bad, but
Yeah, a lot of people bitched about like all the horse riding and stuff like that. But whenever I was doing that, I was just like looking around at the environment,
Oh,
like,
there's
oh, hey, I want to take
Jared.
a picture of this.
Riding a
Jared
horse
Yeah.
again. All right, Dave. What was your one of your experiences?
Like I was saying earlier, just the multiplayer like Rocket League and then in addition to that, the way that the voice chat and Twitch were built in was
Yeah, the
just
party chat
like
made it so easy.
Yeah,
It's
the party
funny that
chat
Rocket
was
League wasn't one
really
of your
helpful.
guys' games.
You know,
well,
the other,
I don't have really a lot of experience of playing with you guys.
It's
Usually
true.
just
It's
playing
true.
by myself,
Mhm.
and I mean
I just
the time that we actually did get together was a lot of fun. I had a blast.
I mean, that game
Like
pretty much
we,
was born on PS4.
Yeah.
I mean, that game did not
Yeah.
exist.
Being free on PlayStation Plus, I
Right.
think, really gave it a boost. That
changed
it
yeah,
that
that
changed
probably wouldn't
its
be
whole
around
world.
now if it hadn't been free.
Yeah, I
That
wouldn't
got
buy it.
a user base that stuck with
Mhm.
it, and then
Yeah, and then they went free to play because they're like, yeah, this works. Let's go.
All right, John, what's one of your experiences?
So another pandemic experience was playing Warzone with my friend Kevin and his girlfriend, because we would do trios, and just the chaotic nature of playing a battle royale game. And Kevin's also a much better player than his girlfriend and I are. So it would be funny. They would get into it. Him and his girlfriend would argue back and forth. Like he wouldn't like how she was playing, or he felt like she was falling behind, and I would just be cracking up because I was just
Man,
like,
I would
hey,
love to play
I'm just glad he's
Warzone
not
with you.
ragging on me.
I want to play with you. I want to play. Let's play.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So we're gonna do a second round
Well,
of
are we gonna do one of
experiences.
Aaron's?
Oh, let's do Aaron. What are Aaron's experiences?
Aaron, his top PS4 experience is Destiny 1, Rocket League, and PSVR.
There you go.
Yep.
PSVR, I think, is super.
That's on my list.
You know what?
PlayStation,
Okay,
just
so-
VR as an experience.
I'm going to talk about my number 2, and then we'll go.
Yep.
This is probably unfair, and it's probably going to hit you hard. Maybe I hope it doesn't hit you too hard. The PlayStation 4 the whole PlayStation 4 lifespan, for me, experience-wise, encapsulates the podcast. Like, Jared and I started at the tail end of the PS3. And it just took off at the PS4. And we did so much. Everyone had a PS4. We were always locked in. We had all the podcasts. We talked about the games. We talked about blah, 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 whatever. PS4. And for me, it's just the camaraderie of us, this group. And so when I think back about the PS4, it's lovingly about the fact that us as a group of guys came together and talked about it and loved it and enjoyed. It's kind of hard to really frame, but I think the PS4 really encapsulates the couch co-op. Like, I think at the end of the day, however long our show goes on and does whatever it does, the console of couch co-op is the PS4. I think that it will always be the PS4. There's no other console that will ever be couch co-op. And so, like, I don't know. I mean,
it's lightning in a bottle.
Right? Like we all had it.
Yep.
We all played it. We all did it.
Perfect game came out on the console of choice that we all got.
Yeah,
The
right. And we all
multiplayer
did
was
it.
great.
We all made the
Voice
jokes.
chat,
We
the
all
groups,
taught
yeah.
jokes. We all did the thing. We all, and I don't know. It'll be sad someday. It's not sad right now, but it means a lot. Like the console, like if my console right now were to die, like it were to die, I would like eternally feel sad because like there was so much shit that we went through and we did, and there's the couch co-op show we did, the video show, and there's Jared and I just doing the podcast in the very beginning in my fucking living room. And then it just grew from there. And we did a couple seasons of the show, and then that didn't really work out. And we've done, we're almost at 300 episodes of this fucking podcast. That's because, I think, kind of, because of the PS4. And so that console means a lot to me. And it means... You guys mean everything to me, and so that's the experience. That's the experience, and I don't want to get too mushy, but like that's the experience. That's one of my favorite experiences. Like, wow, we did something because of this stupid fucking thing.
It's a thing that we all share together.
Right. Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Jared, what other experiences did you share?
VR, man. VR.
Yeah,
what an
100%.
experience.
Amen.
Yeah, I mean, most of us have tried, or at least thrown the bucket on our head. Several of us, at least 3 of us, own it, and we all have very fond feelings about our first experiences, favorite games, all that stuff. I mean, one of the games was on my top list.
It's a transformative experience, really.
Yeah, and the new version comes out next year, but it's just so expensive, and we're not in a place where none of us can really deal with it at this point. So,
well, I could probably do it, but I just don't know if I want to.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that, Ian. It's like I could probably buy it, but I just don't know how much I'd use it.
First time experience was great. Yeah, I mean, I bought it for it was on deal, a couple of years after it had launched, and it was its first reiteration, and it was just the right time to go and buy it because it was affordable and it came with stuff, and I had experiences with it prior. Yeah, and the games were affordable, but the new generation comes out. I'm just gonna have to wait. But I'm really super interested. I really want to keep doing this technology, and I really hope it sticks around because it is really something that is formative in this industry. It's such a cool thing, and it really has a place to stay, I think.
100%.
Yeah, and like having my daughter throw the bucket on playing like Tetris Effect, and she even beat Astrobot Rescue Mission and stuff like that. It's just so cool. She is also grown up with the PS4s. Like I got the PS4 when she was like a newborn. It's like this is the console generation of me being a parent as well. Watching her do all this VR stuff was so cool. I mean, you're not supposed to be 13, I think, when you start VR, but whatever. I don't know what science went into that, but such a great thing, and I will always have great fond memories of it, and I'll always recommend to anybody trying it because it's just worth it.
Cool. Nick DeWin, do you have another experience you would like to share?
Just more the fact that you guys pointed me in the right direction.
Wait, you're saying the podcast is awesome? It's an experience? You listen to us? The Couch Co-op show?
You listen to us, and you helped me decide that, maybe the Xbox isn't something that I want. Maybe I do want the PS4.
Well,
cool.
It's always good because
I'm not trying to sit here and pander. I mean, that's actually what.
Let's pander.
Go
ahead and pander.
Whatever.
Dave,
they're just playing together and having something in common is always something positive.
Right, and it just like you guys were really high on some like PlayStation exclusives that just made me think it's like, oh, I'm not going to have this experience if I get an Xbox One. So I mean.
Perfect.
Go with the
That's
PS4.
perfect.
It's
That's perfect.
you can slide right in and I'm ready to go.
I'll slide right in. Dave,
Yes.
what
I'm
is
with-
your
I'm with-
what is your
I'm with
next
Jared on the
What is your
PSVR.
next experience?
I'm with Jared on the PSVR, and I think the game that, like, I remember playing Thumper and Drive Club at yours when you had one, but then Farpoint VR, that gun controller, it's a shame they didn't
aim.
make more use of it, because where it
That was
you
also
know,
at
when
my
you
place, but okay.
no, I've got a copy of it. I've played.
I
it a
know,
lot
but you
here.
played it first at my place.
Yeah, but I played it a lot here as well. But anyway, just when you pull that up to aim down the barrel, and it's like you can see the gun move in the game as you move the controller. It's just like that was the most immersive game I think I've played.
So just that
And-
is okay. VR. So Jared and Dave on the VR. John, do you have a?
I think beating Vault of Glass the first time with the crew.
That's
That
your
was pretty
experience.
awesome.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
When Dave was poking Atheon, and
I don't remember that part.
when did we played?
Yeah, you guys were all
Yeah.
like, hold back, and I'm just like running forwards and getting killed and going.
I'm
like,
sure at least one of us fell asleep at least once or twice. You know, it's
And
We all had
Aaron got
experiences.
called away from the
Yeah.
game because he had to go to bed or something.
Yeah.
Because I just remember that game where like we're all playing and like he gets like, "Oh, I gotta go, guys," and it's like, "What? We're gonna play right now." Anyway.
yeah.
Yeah, I just remember getting up the next morning and being super tired because we played till like 4 or 5 in the morning, and my wife just looking at me with that look on her face, like, "Well,
Here's
you
a,
idiot."
you know what?
Playing till the sun
Nick
comes up,
Nick was
baby.
talking about like what game did you blah 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 and not go to work. I think Destiny. I think I bailed on work quite a few times because of Destiny. Honestly, I think if I'm honest, I think I bailed like not even because of launch, just because we're raiding tonight. I'm not going to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
I think that
sounds
was
about
just a
right.
fact. All
Yeah, I
right.
think it
That's
was
right.
just the mystery of Vault of Glass, and then I think it was you, Ian, who was kind of leading us through because Tony Death took you
No,
through
no,
it
no, no.
for
I
your
never
first-
leaded anyone. I think Tony Death
you're
always leaded us. Like Tony Death.
Oh, really?
Our good friend Tony Death always sherped us through those games. I was never there to like. I was never good at that. It was always
Yeah,
Tony.
I just remember us being so pumped, like once we beat the final boss and we got our loot, and we were just
Yeah.
sharing like, "What loot did you get? I got this loot. What loot did you get?"
Oh yeah, the good old loot system. Yeah.
All right.
That's
Quickly.
always handy.
What are some of the things you didn't like about the PS4? Jared,
Well,
go.
Aaron, real
Oh,
quick,
Jared, what do
did
you-
mention PSVR, Rocket League, and Destiny 1
There you go.
team ups. Okay. Some things I didn't like.
Yeah, what is the things you like? Where like I wish it wasn't this.
Well, I have a few. Do you want me to just rattle them off?
Just rattle them off.
Well, my first one on my original PS4 was the crazy noisy fan. And
I
next
concur.
would be
I
the
concur.
NAT issues,
I never had.
where you couldn't chat with each other or you couldn't play online together because you were having NAT issues and stuff like that. A lot of that was because of my Wi-Fi setup, but I got that figured out now. But that was a huge problem with people using wireless routers through their in opposition of their modem.
Gotcha.
And also, as time went by, game file size with
All right.
downloads and all that
yeah,
shit.
man.
So
Fallout
there's
76.
some
yes.
woes right there.
Elder
yeah.
Scrolls. Oh my god, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Nick, what are some of your like PS4 woes? What are some of the shit you didn't like
Well,
about them?
basically the same thing. It's just the initial hard drive was too small.
All right.
I mean, granted, I was late to the game, so like Jared just mentioned, I got a lot of the larger file games. I ended up getting like a 2 terabyte external hard drive that I plugged in, but I mean, there's probably reasons why they had to do it the way they did, but it still would have been nice just to have.
Cost.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Cost. Yeah, but I mean, there's that, and then just I mean, I don't really even notice it that much, but like the 4K upscaling versus the native. That's just me
You're being
nitpicking. It's not.
picky.
Yes, I am.
Anything else? No.
Well, I do have an issue with one of my controllers where it seems to
So the
drift
the
upwards.
controller's broken. Not it has nothing to do with the console.
Yeah, I guess, but maybe it's build quality of the controller.
All right. One of those controllers. Dave, what are some of your issues with the PS4?
Well, mine are kind of similar to what we've got said before, but before I start with the issue, you can buy a 2 terabyte internal hard drive for about $64 right now on Amazon. I was looking at one earlier this evening. I put that into my PlayStation 4 a couple of years ago. Game changer. It solved the big game problem. But in relation to that issue, one of my issues is it just takes so freaking long for the games to install. And then with the updates downloading as well, that takes even longer. So,
The
this was the first
processor is not that fast. I mean, the
Yeah.
processor is what the processor is. It's not like, Dave, you have a computer that the processor is fucking balls. Wait, I mean, your processor on your computer isn't that great, but it's
No.
way stronger than the PS4. The
But yeah,
PS4's processor is so barbaric at this point.
Needless to say, coming from the Xbox 360, where I wasn't even online for a lot of the games, so you put the game in, you play it, and it's done. The PlayStation 4, you get the game, you put the disc in, and then you go have your tea or go to work, and then come back and hope it's all installed, ready to go.
So many expectations.
But even the install just from the discs can take half an hour sometimes.
For sure, 100%.
Yeah.
So that was one of my minor inconveniences, first world problems with the PlayStation 4.
Anything else?
Yeah, it's not so much something I don't like. I just never really felt that they did anything with the touchpad. I kind of felt like that was just a waste of space, to be quite honest.
Kind of. I agree.
It seemed like a good idea. I'm not really sure why they even included it on the PlayStation 5, because it just seemed as a way to make the controllers more expensive than they needed to be and stop third-party people copying them probably.
Sounds great, though. John, what do you have any issues with the PS4?
I think just a lot of updates. Like I remember
Updates.
when I would be wanting to
well,
play.
get used to
with
that,
friends.
motherfucker. I mean,
Yeah, I don't really know. I don't really notice it with my Xbox SX. So
it must do a better job of doing it when you're asleep.
yeah, but with my PlayStation, there's just a lot of times where I would want to be playing multiplayer with my friend Kevin for Warzone, and then I'd be like, oh, I have to update. It's gonna be like an hour or whatever.
Updating, go have a beer.
There you go.
So in relation to that, that's what I use my PlayStation 4 now when I've got a PlayStation 5 is I actually have all the Call of Duty and all those multiplayer games installed on it.
This
and I
guy.
keep them updated on there.
This guy.
So when
this
someone
guy
says
over
they
here.
want to play, then,
He's ready to go. My negative. I mean, everyone's kind of mentioned it. Let me think if I can think of another one. Oh, you know what? My would be.
No.
I think the first gen PlayStation is golden, and then the fucking Slim or the Pro, all those rounded crazy versions are stupid. I like the angular look of the PlayStation. The first gen PlayStation was angular and cool as fuck, and then they made it look fucking stupid and kid friendly, and I think that's stupid. I'm going to go with that. I think fuck it. Fuck that. I think it would have been cool. Like How cool is the angular PlayStation? I think it looks fucking sick. I think the rounded corners is like.
Just have a mini version of it.
Are we in a fucking kindergarten class? Fuck you guys. Like, I don't know. It looks so, that first gen PlayStation, which I still have, I think some of us still have, it's like way cooler than the rounded, weird, anyway, whatever. It's a stupid argument. But those designers need to get fucked. All right. We need to get out of here. Let's get out of here. Let me open the script to get the fuck out of here.
Next week's beer is Irish Death.
It is. Oh, hold on a second, Jared. Oh, wait, we'll get that in a second. Hey, what are we rating? What are we rating the PS4? I'm gonna rate it a thumbs up.
Yes, thumbs up all the way.
Thumbs up.
I might even go so far as to say probably the best console.
Yeah.
I would say it's probably the best console of all time. Also,
I think so.
It earns the platinum title.
Platinum.
Something.
It earns the sponsored Bud Light Platinum.
It gets a platinum trophy.
Platinum. Ding. Anyway, all right, we're gonna get out of here. Yes. We're not going to do couch co-optionals because we're running crazy late.
Oh, good.
But, Jared, what beer are we drinking next week? What was that?
Oh, no.
What awful beer are we drinking?
Irish Death.
Quilter's Irish Death.
Yeah, Quilter's Irish Death, brewed by Iron Horse Brewery.
Oh,
available for $6.
Can John get that?
I hope it's not available in Vegas. If it's not available in Vegas,
right now.
So,
then we're not doing it.
No,
anyway.
Can't wait to see that first drink face on Ian. It's going to be great.
Suck a dick. Suck a dick.
They do have 12-ounce cans. Don't worry. I just really wanted this 22-ounce bottle.
What is it? Irish Death something? Anyway.
It's just Quilter's Irish Death.
Quilter's Irish Death. It's probably available at...
It's a dark, smooth ale. It's just a dark, smooth ale. It's not like a stout or a porter.
Just nothing but relentless.
7.8%.
Nothing but relentless dark beers. Why can't you guys
Did you pick this up when you got your platinum?
Why can't anyone like other beers?
I did.
All right. Anyway.
Yeah. I'll get this.
Suck a dick. All right. I want to thank all of you for listening and remind you leave feedback at thecouchcoopshow@gmail.com or head over to anchor.fm/thecouchcoopshow and leave us a voice message. It's super easy to do, and there is a pretty good chance I'll play it on air.
Nice.
Even though social media is dying, feel free to find us on those platforms at Couch Co-op Shows or use the hashtag, all one word, no hyphen. I want to thank you for joining me here on the couch. For Couch Co-op, I'm Ian. I feel like I missed something because there's supposed to be a point where I say, hey, thanks for joining me on the couch. This is Jared. I need to rewrite this. I'm sorry. This is the first night I rewrote everything and then I forgot something. I want to thank you all for joining me on the couch. I want to thank Jared, Nick, Dave, and JPK. Also Aaron, who left. But
nice.
I want to thank you all for joining me here.
In.
For Couch Co-op, I'm Ian, reminding you to please be excellent to each other.
Wild Stallions.
Coming at you.
Couch Co-op.
Are you talking
So
about
I looked
the
up
credits right now?
Couch Co-op.
So can you get it in Vegas, JPK?
No.
Irish Death?
No. I looked it up on their website and it's like, increase the mileage, increase the mileage, increase the mileage.
You're just going to have to pick a dark, smooth ale of another brand.
I can just sit it
enjoy
out. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it. If you go to Costco, it's $6.